Hey, what's going on, Dana?
Hey, how are you?
Sometimes you talk about when fighters are close to retirement, end of their career, you recommend that's what they do. What do you think's next for Kamaru Usman?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously a great fight, fighting a much bigger guy, and he's got a great chin. He's still got it. It's not like oh, Usman's done and he should retire. He had a great fight tonight. So, I don't know. He's got to go home, rest, heal up, and figure out what's next.
Last one for me. Any update on Conor McGregor?
He's having knee surgery. That's it. I mean, the Conor McGregor discussion isn't even worth talking about. He's got to have knee surgery. He's going to have to go through physical therapy. It's all going to take time. And then when the doctor says you can start hardcore training again, then we start talking about Conor McGregor again.
Just want your overall opinions on the fight. I know, obviously, you were not happy with hearing the 50-45 scorecard, but just wanted to get your overall thoughts on how the fight went.
Yeah, it's it's tough. It's hard to be on this side of it, and I'm not used to being on this side, so it's a tough one. But yeah, I hate to even bring up hearing that score or dealing with the score, because that's one thing that I kind of pattern myself is I never care about the score because I'm dominating. And unfortunately, now I'm on the end. Tonight I was on the end of, hearing the score. And yeah, I didn't like it, but it is what it is. I just couldn't necessarily get going. He was big, strong, he's rangy, so it was a little tough to get going. I took kind of like a thumb punch in the eye early on, and that kind of blurred the vision a bit, but no excuses. It is what it is.
I was actually about to ask that because it was that one of those weird, it's kind of a punch, but it also looks like the thumb went in the eye at the same time. How compromised did that make you?
It was pretty compromised. Like I said, he's a big boy, and when you start seeing two of the big boys, and he's got kind of, like I said, it's a weird, rangy shot, so it's kind of a little delayed to get out of the way of those shots, seeing them, but, no excuses. It's tough to be on this side. I'm not used to being on this side. So, yeah, kind of sucks.
Or at least the Chimaev fight was close, and then you had moments tonight. You said you wanted to go where the opportunity exists. Do you feel better at 185, or are you happy to go back down to 170?
Like I said, it doesn't matter. I can make both. It's not 170 is a cut, but it's at the end of the day, I'm not the biggest welterweight. So, it is what it is. You deal with it. If there's opportunities there, I'm going to go there. If the opportunity's up here, I'm going to stay here. So there's really it doesn't matter. It sucks that I wasn't victorious tonight because we're having a complete conversation, different conversation, had I went out and been able to execute the way that I wanted. So I guess this is my time of not being able to execute like I've done to most guys.
And obviously you have to heal up a little bit, but the thing of the past couple of years is you've only been able to get 1 or 2 fights a year. At 39, how active are you wanting to be? Obviously you're not hanging it up, but over the next year or so, how active do you want to be in there?
I would like to be active, but like I said, it's not one of those. I'm not one of these guys that's just going to stick around here just for a fight. Like I can't do anything else. I can, I've got a family at home, and every time I come in here, I represent not just myself. I represent my coaches. I represent my team. I represent my training partners and my family. So I want to do that in the best way possible. So I'm not one of these guys that's just going to stick around just to come in here and fight and take lumps, So it just, if the opportunity is there and it presents itself, I would love to get in here regularly. But, we've got to heal up some things and really do some work with the coaches.
I'll go one more. Just kind of give a little bit more thought on Justin Gaethje being here in attendance tonight and supporting you here in OKC, and your thoughts on he now being the champion at lightweight. And is there a fight that you would like to see Justin take next?
Well, unfortunately, I still have to look down when I talk to Justin because, he's a world champion now, so I can't make eye contact with him. And unfortunately, I was, not victorious tonight, so I have to live that more, But no, Justin right now is, I call him Captain America. I think everyone else in here would agree that he is Captain America right now. I would have loved to have seen that last week materialize and see what, because I think right there, him and Conor, that sells itself, So, for now, I just think it has to make sense for him. It has to make sense. Justin is in a position to where, what really, if it doesn't make sense, then what's the point of doing it? He's done everything there is to do in the sport right now. So, I call him the most decorated for a reason. And damn it, I can't look him in the eye still.
Drake's over here. Congrats on the win. Just wanted to get your overall thoughts and assessment of your performance.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I felt completely in that flow state tonight. I felt I did everything that we trained. And it felt great. Every round felt like it was mine. And I'm so happy that I got to showcase the takedown defense. I'm glad that I got taken down once, and I could show that even if you get that, you're not holding me down. The game plan worked perfectly. Me and my team, my coach, we worked on this game plan. It was perfect. I think it was the perfect plan. And yeah, I don't think I could have done it better. The big thing was, obviously I could have gone for that finish, but the big thing about that was to go and prove. I said Still Knocks 2.0 is here. Part of that was showing the composure, not just going crazy. And every time I caught him, I could have gone crazy and go for that finish. But, I basically had 4 or 5 finishes tonight.
And, you obviously getting a big win over Kamaru. Right now, the middleweight title is kind of in flux. You said earlier this week it'd be a little bit ridiculous if Khamzat got an immediate rematch. Do you think with this performance you should be in line to get another shot at the title, especially having 2 wins over Sean?
Absolutely.
And then if you don't get the title shot next, would you welcome a rematch with Khamzat instead if that was a fight that was given to you? And would you like to run that one back given the way it happened last August?
Absolutely.
What's going on, DDP? Previously, you kind of had this beef with Izzy, and then here with Kamaru regarding, are you a true African champion or not? Kind of just settle the dust here. Are you the true African champion?
Who won both fights?
You did.
So you said it, not me, brother. No, my man, I think it's all respect. With me and Izzy, that whole thing got out of context. I think we have so much respect for each other after sharing the octagon. I have respect for any man. And after being in there with Usman tonight for 5 rounds, that man deserves all the flowers in the world for the career that he has had. So does Adesanya. These are incredible, incredible athletes, and we as Africans, we inspire our whole continent. And there's not a lot of us in the UFC, especially at this level, at the top. And it's only been an honor. Tonight was the second time ever that it's been all-African main event. And I've had the honor of being part of both of those. And that's a massive honor. But, beef, there is no beef. We represent our continent, and we do it so very proudly. And tonight, there was no beef in there tonight. It was 2 warriors going at it, and I think we showed that to the world.
And I respect the respect that you're showing your past opponents, but talk a little trash to the rest of the middleweight division right now as far as Imavov and Strickland. He's the champion. You beat him twice. Why are those guys not on your level?
Because I beat him twice, and I didn't even know if Imavov was still fighting. Is he? He's still fighting? Imavov? Yeah, it's been a while.
And the last one from me, tell me about the desperation going into this fight from your standpoint, because there's potentially a world if you lose to Usman, maybe you don't get another title shot in the future. Looks like you're lined up for one now. Was desperation on your mind heading into this fight?
There's not a world where I would have lost tonight. I said that. There's no world where I lost tonight. If I had to cut off a limb to beat him with, I would have done that tonight. That loss against my last fight, losing that fight, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And desperation is not the word. But I'm a winner, and losing doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how much motivation was that last fight for you? People forget how much of an athlete you are. After one loss, people are writing you off. I mean, what kind of motivation was that for you?
You're 100% in that. People forget everything. I mean, especially MMA fans, but they are the best and the worst in the world. They forget every good performance you've had after one bad one. And, well, after tonight, they'll probably forget about the worst one too.
Dricus, congrats on the win tonight. You already said you had the perfect game plan. It felt like you went to that high kick a lot. Obviously, we know the history with Kamaru with that, and you commended his defense of it. Was that something that you really emphasized throughout this camp?
Yes, and the head kick wasn't such a big part of the plan. It wasn't. No, the head kick was there. We practiced it, but it wasn't such a big part because my coach and I, we spoke about it and we said, listen, the head kick's always there. And I said, well, after his one knockout, that loss that changed the trajectory of his career, I think the man knows how to defend, and he does. I don't think I landed one clean head kick every time there was a hand in between, so his defense was great. But, being quite the shorter fighter, and he has a tendency to lean that way. So the head kick landed. And I capitalized. I caught him through the hands, and, those head kicks, they hurt. If I catch you clean with that, you're going to sleep. But, I mean, that man just, every time I rocked him, he just recovered. It's crazy.
And then Brendan Allen, one of your other fellow middleweight competitors, tweeted out after your performance tonight, DDP sucks, end of story. Just curious to get your thoughts on him.
Why don't he go? I mean, Brendan Allen just goes and fights like number 20 ranked guys, right? Yeah, so, I mean, I'm glad he has Twitter. Good for him.
Last one on a lighter note. How good did the beer taste?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Congrats, Dricus.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more for me. Obviously, we'll never know what it's like to win a 5-round war like you did tonight. How do you celebrate tonight after that win?
How do I celebrate?
Yeah, what do you have any plans?
I'm going home. I'm going to eat whatever it is. The celebrations will start tomorrow, and that will be a lot of beers. My craving for this camp was wings, American wings, blue cheese sauce, and that's, for every wing, I'll have a beer. That's probably going to be it.